As you read this letter, I wonder how the weather is where you are. Is it the gentle breeze of spring carrying the scent of fresh grass? Or perhaps you're strolling along the beach, with the sound of waves accompanying your journey. Here in Genhe, where we currently reside, the temperature still hovers around -36 degrees Fahrenheit, a perfect time to admire the beauty of jade trees and blossoms. Greetings, dear friends. I often find myself wanting to share the extreme cold of these days, but struggle to put it into words. Let me start from the chilly morning when we first arrived in Genhe.
早晨7点多，户外温度是-38度，这种温度遛毛毛就要全副武装。我最厚的外套是摄像的大羽绒服，他长胖之后就给我穿了，还有帽子、手套、围巾、面罩，我想尽量做到万无一失，就全都穿上了。现在是不是不认识我了？
Early spring in Genhe means temperatures around -40 degrees Fahrenheit, which locals consider relatively mild, having endured the bone-chilling -72 degrees Fahrenheit of winter, from -72 to -36. That's Genhe folks' idea of happiness. But for outsiders like us, hailing from Shenyang, it's still quite the challenge. Last December, we shivered on the icy rivers of Shenyang, where temperatures barely reached -16 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, equipped with our heaviest gear and accompanied by our puppy Momo, we slowly traverse the snowy landscape each morning.
穿成这样走路不亚于健身房的负重有氧训练，我和毛毛的脸上都结冰霜了。
Mao Mao, a sled dog from Anshan, switches to four-wheel drive mode as soon as he hits the snow, leaving me trailing behind.
Mao Mao! Mao Mao!
After walking a long way from our parked vehicle, the Genhe we've long imagined comes into view, just bidding farewell to the long winter nights. The land is draped in a blue hue, the sky is painted a pastel blue, distinct from the vibrant colors of mountain flowers, hidden in serene winter scenes. The traces of tire tracks in Genhe are faint, with no boundaries to the roads, allowing wildlife to roam freely, unrestrained. Cattle saunter leisurely, while three playful companions frolic without a care. Despite the -36-degree weather, Genhe's vitality remains undiminished, winding its way through the snowy landscape. This river, which doesn't freeze even at -72 degrees, flows calmly, its pace steady and unwavering, defying the cold, extending the trajectory of life into the distant snow. As we turn a corner, returning to urban streets, the sight of snow-covered ice cream stalls is unfamiliar to me, even in the summer.
您这雪糕可真够多的。
While one might argue that ice cream is reserved for summer, the owner here says,
冬天生意好还是夏天生意好？
还是冬天生意好，冬天外边能多一点。
While selecting ice cream, I notice Jun has frozen over, and Mama obediently lies on the ground, perhaps pondering if he'll get a chance to taste one. Our RV is parked at a vacation resort, and since it's the off-season, we have the entire parking lot to ourselves. The lot even has charging stations, ensuring our vehicle remains heated.
而且这边的老板说，我们可以在这儿停车，但不收停车费。
人也太好了吧。Back inside the RV, I wanted to make a cup of coffee to perk up, but after a night of cold exposure, I found the coffee machine wasn't working anymore.
有点担心车里面温度太低，咖啡机的水管会被冻裂，就不用咖啡机了，煮个牛奶喝喝。水平锅用电陶炉给牛奶加个热，把牛奶加进去。感觉早上只要喝点热乎的就挺舒服的，顺便还可以暖个手。关一下机器。
At noon, under the sun's rays, our RV transforms into a winter greenhouse, with temperatures inside reaching 75 degrees Fahrenheit on the sunny side. Kitties sweetly slumber in their nest, while frost stubbornly adorns the side untouched by sunlight, playful and joyous. Our initial encounter with Genhe has brought many surprises, along with a few minor issues. First problem, we can't get out of the car.
我刚才全副武装好了要出门，结果发现这个车门就打不开了。应该是白天的时候天气暖和一点，可能什么东西化了，冷了之后可能把里边什么东西冻上了，所以现在只能拿车门出来。再试试。哎，好了。
Once we manage to open the door, we move on to the second problem.
柴暖不工作了，根据故障代码判断，应该是油泵不过来，负35号的柴油挂蜡了。柴暖的油管有一小部分是裸露在车底盘下面的，用热风枪把这个油管吹一吹，看能不能把蜡化掉，让油泵过去。
能看出来它结蜡了吗？
现在故障代码消失了，我们一边用一边再观察一下。
After resolving the vehicle's minor issues, we prepare to get to work. Our friend, the drone, which we've used for years, takes flight as usual, seemingly normal at first. But a minute later, things take a drastic turn, reminiscent of our reaction when jumping into an ice hole during winter swimming. The body's response to cold is the most honest. Trembling and shivering, our old buddy is signaling that it can't continue working. So we quickly call it back. From now on, we won't push it to work in temperatures below minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Machines may struggle against the cold, but resourceful humans have their ways. Experiencing such extreme cold for the first time, we decide to consume more calories to conserve heat and maintain energy. We originally intended to try the beef pie, but since it's still the Lunar New Year, the pie shop is closed early. The patient taxi driver takes us to a dumpling restaurant instead.
两位来从这儿来，我一个凯台啊。沈阳人呐，我感觉现在还用穿成这样吗？
说的有点道理，本地人都不穿成这样，就我们外地。
对，我们现在就是穿成半打的了，而且帽子也剪成包的了。
As Southerners from Northeast China, we're not as accustomed to the cold as the locals in Genhe, so we rely on constantly replenishing calories.
这个是油脂辣酸菜，我们这块的特色啊。
你觉得哪个好吃？
多好吃啊！
Dear friends, as I write this, I want to confess my initial apprehensions about the journey here. Faced with the unknown cold, I just wanted to wrap myself in layers of thick coat. But being in Genhe, I've gradually let go of my anxiety about the cold, taking a morning stroll at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. For the people of Genhe, it's just an ordinary start to their day. The cold here is taken for granted, not unbearable, but rather a natural law accepted by both humans and animals. During our stay here, I've gained the courage to confront the cold, becoming more sensitive with each gentle touch. Beneath Genhe SIC exterior, I've discovered the warmth and kindness of its people. Look at that moon, nearly full again tonight. The moonlight is exceptionally clear and bright,